So last time we talked about some of the scariest horror villains ever made. You know, the kind of freaks who make you triple check your locks, and then suddenly you remember you left every light on in your house for a reason. But apparently that wasn't enough, cause y'all was over here blowing up the comments, you feel me? Talking about where's Leatherface and Freddy, and not to mention that psycho Art the Clown. Listen to me guys, there's only so many traumatizing murderers I can fit in one video before YouTube starts sending out concerned wellness checks on me, bro. So yeah, welcome back. Since it is October, you know what I'm saying, we in that Halloween spirit, we're diving deeper into the kind of horror villains who don't just scare you, these ones haunt you. The ones who make you feel like humanity was peak before chainsaws and birthday clowns. Now before we get into it, quick disclaimer. If you're watching this alone, late at night, in the dark, turn your volume up. Because these characters are the ones that linger in your head. Not like Michael Myers, who's creepy but manageable, but these dudes feel personal. They make your survival instinct start negotiating. Like, yeah, maybe I don't need to live in Hey, I got y'all with that one, didn't I? Hey, it's Halloween, I had to hit y'all with a quick jump scare. But let's start off with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is the definition of wrong place, wrong time. Like, imagine stopping to ask somebody for directions, and then you accidentally stumble into a family full of cannibals. And this dude is scary because he's not some evil mastermind or cursed spirit like Pinhead. He's just some fat nigga who doesn't know any better. Now, this moment, the door slam, might be one of the most disturbing things in horror history. There's no music, no warning, just pure chaos. 1 second you're exploring a weird farmhouse, and the next, boom, the screen goes black and you're wondering why your soul just left your body. Now don't get it confused, Leatherface doesn't stalk you like Ghostface, alright? He just acts with immediate violence, no hesitation. Man goes full primal mode, which is somehow worse. Like, you could try to reason with him, but this man's idea of conflict resolution is a power tool. And what's really terrifying, you realize Leatherface isn't the villain. He's a victim of his own environment. He was abused, manipulated, and controlled by his deranged family. A human turned monster by other humans. That's the horror of it. And the mask isn't for intimidation, it's just his identity. Bro doesn't know who he is without it. And this is the kind of horror that doesn't end with the movie. You finish it, walk into your kitchen, see a slab of raw meat, and say, nah, I'm good. Now I talked about a bunch of old horror villains. Let's talk about the new kid on the block. If that block was located in an abandoned sewer full of regret and nightmare fuel. Art the Clown. Not to be mistaken with that fraud clown Pennywise we talked about in the last video. Art doesn't even talk, but that's because he just don't need to. It's like watching a mime performance directed by the devil. There's just something so deeply uncomfortable about him. The way he moves and stares, it's like he's constantly deciding what part of you to remove first. Now most clowns fail at being scary because they try too hard. Art doesn't try. Like, bro, if you could make a whole room tense up just by walking in, you don't need dialogue. You need therapy. What's wild is that Art's whole thing is unpredictability. He's not killing for revenge, not because of a curse. He's just that one unemployed friend that does what he wants on a random Tuesday. He'll dismember someone 1 minute and then take a selfie with their corpse like he's some horror influencer. His movies are so absurd and gross, and it's funny in a dark humor way, and it makes him even more dangerous because he enjoys his own performance. He's not no monster in the closet on some Sully shit. He's the monster who made a PowerPoint presentation about why you should be scared of him, and his silence seals that through. I'm just keeping it a buck. You don't survive Art the Clown. You just gotta hope you're not interesting enough to make the cut. Now let's talk about the OG, Freddy Krueger. The only slasher who makes you scared to close your eyes. While Leatherface terrifies you in daylight and Art stalks you in the streets, that dude Freddy don't care where you are. If you fall asleep, you're his. It's a genius power. You can lock your doors, move anywhere in the world, get a priest, whatever. Eventually you gonna have to get some shut-eye. And this dude Freddy laughs like he loves his job. He's the perfect blend of horror and humor. He's terrifying, but he's also a complete troll. This dude will invade your dreams, flame you, and then kill you. But beneath that nigga's pizza face, there's something scarier. The idea of inescapable guilt. Freddy isn't just a villain, he's a manifestation of fear itself. Every time you try to suppress your trauma, it comes back in your dreams. Sharper, meaner, and wearing a fedora. This is why Nightmare on Elm Street is so good. It's not just about survival, it's about inevitability. The more you try to stay awake, the faster you fall asleep. And the whole time, Freddy's just there waiting for you, bro. Freddy represents how fear feeds on exhaustion. But of course there are others like Candyman making mirrors untrustworthy for decades. And then we got the Babadook scaring therapists everywhere. But those are some villains that actually make you like the movie. But let's talk about the ones that make you leave the movie theater the second you see them on screen. First victim is this dude Jack Frost. Frost. Imagine if Elsa from Frozen just snapped one day. That's basically Jack Frost. This man was originally just a serial killer, and through the power of chemical accidents and 1990s logic, he became a murderous snow creature. And you would think melting would be a problem for him, right? Nah, my boy slides through bathtubs. He got liquid privileges. This dude is about as menacing as a wet sock. His one-liners sound like rejected Frosty commercials. You're on thin ice, pal. Bro, that's not scary. That's what a hockey announcer would say. His face looks like a Christmas ornament that gains sentience. And the budget for this movie pretty much says they could only afford one snowman and a flashlight. But credit where it's due, this dude is unintentionally hilarious. But since we're on the topic of Christmas, let's talk about this 2005 movie, The Gingerdead Man. This movie really said what if Chucky was edible. This dude is a pastry possessed by a killer soul. He makes quippy jokes on some Peter Parker shit. Every time he talks, it sounds like your uncle's trying to tell a joke at Thanksgiving after too many bourbons. Man's got the charisma of burnt toast. But what's really insane is how hard the movie actually tries. They gas him up like he's Hannibal Lecter, but he looks like he belongs on a Walmart Christmas display. Why does this gingerbread man have wrinkles on his face? And when he talks, it's like the voice actor didn't even show up in person. He just phoned it in over Bluetooth from a Chili's parking lot. Alright, but hear me out. Jack Frost and the Gingerdead Man are like the bootleg Freddy and Jason that nobody asked for. One's made of snow and the other one's made of dough. Bars. This is the world's most demonic bake sale. But lastly, let's talk about the 1987 movie Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. You ever look at your salad and think, man, what if this jank just killed me? No? Well, somebody in the 70s did. It's literally people running from oversized tomatoes. No CGI, no animatronics, just dudes rolling produce down a hill like a rejected Looney Tunes bit. Bro, I don't know what type of crack they was on back then. I don't want to see nothing like this again and have it called a horror movie. Like, bro, why does this tomato have an eye patch on right now? The entire movie just feels like a fever dream you have after eating expired pizza sauce. But this movie did pave the way for the so bad it's good horror movies. Without it, we wouldn't have masterpieces like Sharknado and Velocipaster, or even The Killer Sofa. Yes, that's a real movie. It's a recliner that murders people. But what makes a villain truly scary isn't how many people they kill. It's how much of you they take with them. After the credits roll, they stay. In your head and in your dreams. Because fear is personal, and horror at its best doesn't just make you scream. It makes you think. So yeah, next time someone asks you who the scariest horror villain is, just tell them to watch some DBK Speaks, you know what I'm saying?